Sababu pagati seya vetia vese. Sababu nyawaya mamiya bunyaya fonemi. Na sababu pagati seya vetia vese. Eradi eswasi samiti na pila. What mommy Tina Pia Snobio Zambia Bijo Zambia yesterday Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Eradi Swasi Samiti Napila What mommy Tina Pia Snobio Zambia Bijo Zambia yesterday Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Eradi Swasi Samiti Napila What mommy Tina Pia Snobio Zambia Bijo Zambia yesterday Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Eradi Swasi Samiti Napila What mommy Tina Pia Snobio Zambia Bijo Zambia yesterday Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David Sababu Pagati Seya Vetia Nese Sababu Nyaya Mami Abunyaya for David
About some of us like much in your gray and white. Okay, Yananti.
The Paddy Bouquet.
Okay, yeah, Nante. All right. I just bring what you make and Nante. Why? All right, so Mr. P, am I ready? Mr. Y, when am I ready? Yeah, Ade. Let's make it very clear. I think so far we've done. About your in the next 2 minutes, I should probably start because the next time they want it also. I need to be very frank and be very fair and just move forward. Okay, so clarity in which sound? Let me know which of the sound. Is it my sound, which is the microphone sound, and I say background music, and which one of them? And low, no, I want to understand. So say background sound there, then I intentionally made it low. Please let me know. Because this is okay, so they say my own sound is low. Let me put it here near is it better? About your sound in here, okay. Give me feedback because I am here. Mr. P and Mr. Y, the Omo from Baby Omotia. Okay, so microphone sound near low. Is that what you guys are saying? Or say it's okay now, sir. Okay, let's proceed. If it's okay, you let me know. Okay. Okay, it's loud and clear. Microphone. Okay, so Don Ballistic said my voice is okay now, so I think we can proceed. I need to find a way to get things done, and we have to do it any which way. Anyway, BBI, okay, let proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having time to listen to a show. Yeah, Munyina Amajia Tumsa is the #1 authentic show in Ghana. And yesterday, the maiden edition of For the Records, every US Bremo. Now, I know it's been a while, and in my absence, many have wondered where exactly I have been, what exactly I have been up to, and why I say Mako silence kakra. That's what Ajabu we are sure say most of you heard say me free Ghana amaba eye broni krum aba besuade. And the long silence bibia no na say me buy and me settle in. Ampeni ampano ya settle in. So I return today. But I return today not just with words, but with clarity, with conviction and purpose. And they say, Mijina ha, na mijina monim se eye sa bumfa asanti achim akola ketuanu amonim dedano. Ne nana befa ne ko eye swame akotete no na nsu ofri asanti agona. Sa akola ketuanu a KN University Primary School classrooms HCP no na there's discipline in infantry modi no. Sa akola no ani jina monim no. Now I know say mumu bebre wonder omo mbeje di se me ba yukon omo njidi omo nyini so omo anyani. But life has opened doors I never imagined say ebe open. I've had several opportunities which miankasa koko ayi chako selabano. I never imagined say menya sa opportunities no. The first opportunity menya aye say me ananka me sheda mpe school sem bebre na so be koye public administration for my first degree in Gempa. I went further to earn a master's in international relations and diplomacy in Gempa. And when the desire to understand the law called, I obeyed. That journey no I pursue LLB and then Mediaba Bedruha, a Jamaica Master of Laws or University of Connecticut. Eti se wonso o hwe me baby a o hwe me bia no. Ka hunu se bidie wura bana da achi wonso betimi afra and to Bafufu, and I'll bet me a shot at Fufu. But let me be honest with you on this one. Sabreya me baye, I know, sir, Bibre no busa, Akadachi now set up, now mantem, on set up, now mantem. It is not just about me bantem and ane hiame, but it is about me bano, exactly what I am coming to do. So this season has not been just about academic credentials and laurels. Semeba namaba bepe master's keke. The past few weeks now me free me comfort zone. Nameba America. Be self-reliant. It has been a period of deep solitude moment for me. A moment I'm at say. I reflecting, I take a deep breath. All the questions that truly matter. I hear from a freeba. I hear from a mababi drew. And where exactly am I going? Clara. Say, Afrifa, ya woman Mary as say me mama fa abrabomo keke. I'm not here to just pass through life. I wasn't born simply to come and repeat a cycle. Say ya woman be say meko school menya adwuma me ware me woma me sidan na manyini na mewu, and the cycle continues. If that is all there is to life, if that is all life has to offer, Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah, I'm interested. It's too boring. I believe that I was born for something greater. I believe that I was born for something higher. And that great purpose, that solemn responsibility bestowed upon me, it is service to humanity and mankind. Ebi se me no kasa yi. Ma ba be sha wo yi mu. Me ko me ba de me ye ne de ko ne ye ba nyina no. Na se me wie na se sa de mba be sua ye nyina yi. The if it does not benefit yet the Ghanaian people, especially Mikroma Santiago Nafo, especially Wiamuasi, Bipua, Afamaso, Bedumasi, Kona, Dewu, Tabre, Asamai, Konya. If the Messiah Yinana benefit a ye Jamasifua, Nami Beyasi Beyede. And from this day onwards, I make a pledge to Ghana for my media. But Mekosoa answer survey. Mekosoa uplifting nipa. Se me shia kofi kwa kuno ye trotro driver. Nanso ne mabua uplifting no. Mekosoa kanokure. Mekosoa na stand up for justice, regardless of how they brand me. And to honor the ordinary Ghanaian whose story is my story. We are back not just to come and do what we usually do, but we are back with a sense of purpose and clarity of ideas. And I know, Madam said, when we called, you've listened. I am just astonished. So far, the numbers that we see, and I'm just astonished. It clearly shows that Ghana for that so epe kadechi no asem. Na Ghana for that so pe masem dia. And then komoni bebre akoso yebedi bi. Nanso mama mo surprise eja. O bisa kadechi Afrifa bedu ha dia nanso mo surprise no so. Gobi.
Ayene.
Jedwa.
Well, fine. You
no correct. I want to woman TV. I'm never so free to me now. You're bad today. Yenin komo bebre govi. Me free Ghana na dia na koso bibia ko yie dia.
Bibia koso
papa.
Na komo na twagu machi.
Komo na twagu machi wa ho. Efiensem no.
Efiensem.
Daddy Lumba nsem nyasa.
Sending where's you were
you back in your company society. You ura some George Sone, DSTV ne one talk a see because the state of the nation, the state of the nation. Sure, you are a baby sin and some men also. And Nioma ya did that lumba and some wakata swinty, Yantiasie. You bet you in your Minister of State, who means on Famesolia. Nejuma pan say you no mon cran for so moka say yira. Say na nesi komono. Na sebi predu asajapa ni ayi no ko ne container sikana na aye ma no ko ho yen ewo he. 1 year, yes, 21 billion. And you been free orem. 1 year down the limit, but what do I say? The idea you be this is the state of the nation and the truth. The people must know. You might be what the man for and Tiasia. Attorney General, back to back. No about a press conference. Attorney General, Danny Media General. Social media no baby. You be this. My only say microphone so 24-hour economy. The market for so more you know some questions. 24-hour economy no ayed thing. You be this uncle mono. Do around kumo. Some fi gold board. ECG. Continue say yira and ewo he. What's he saying? Sa question when you na you be ask them. containers na yira na ya ba fufuro ntini ye theatrics na manfo ne ntini na mentiase. Obviously we will ask all the relevant questions. Yeah, we are some microphobia ashada no more prepare the minds of the people towards nonsense. As if say member in Ghana. And you busa question. Na Jo Mahama oba ye no said this ye bu mind ye hunu bi da. Oba ye said no bu mind nti no ma ne tetem. Ye be busa question.
Stop it there.
Don't Mahama tetem ye for money because bank so ko eye ba bi $1 na ankasa wo a eye 12 ana ntimi ye tetem no. We need to understand. The question is Attorney General said can Oforiata kwa hire lawyer for. How can Oforiata go and hire lawyers when case ikona wo ko di nkwa yen shaase? Attorney General said can Oforiata betimi afile obe appeal to federal court, from federal court to circuit court to Supreme Court. And you be the sound for ya mention there. Friday muya na metro me civil procedure area. So I understand the civil procedure of a United States of America. Extradition certificate, mind you, it is not a judgment of the court, it's a certificate. And for Attorney General to sit down and lie to the people, say issuance of extradition certificate, obey me appeal to the Supreme Court. We will have deeper conversations. Now, Attorney General say federal court to be and file say federal court to be because over the America there were 92 federal courts, federal district courts. 92 federal district courts. Emudia he na wa file Kenuforiata asem ne wo because baby obe file no. Kenuforiata tie ansa no wa file federal court. Oni baby Kenuforiata tie na. Ebebusa sa questions. We will have deeper conversations into the matter.
Exactly. So
Eniama masa na ekoso no. Manfo ne tiase. Manfo ne tiase. Manfo ne drama ne hunti no mo drama nana Jo Mahama ne ba no yi na manfo na baji su ye the real issues that bother them. Tiase. We will keep on educating the people. We will keep on telling the people without fear, without favor. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah. Mamente a young common way in free hotel about that lumba diano. Na ye for many said that a samono, your good anymore as ye yed ye be in every eti metia free. Na a reference said, it is 7 previous a corner busu. Eti nyamia the papa say govi. The moment me ayen. General Kovi, it's a corner suya that it's nyamia chama the papa say the moment me aye won echi nyine.
Fire.
Said mo papa nanimu say papa ne din. All in the name of fighting for justice and the truth. Gene who am intimi me gene nsi Obi see a TV as Obi see a friend papa ho anwan was in lumba eti daddy lumba na daddy lumba all fighting for justice or for nokure question busa na say nokure na mu ye he na all fighting for it's miensa nokure na ye kan wasemi and first of all, let me state this. But if some cabinet come out Buruni for no more the mark was showing belonging to the cabinet command belonging to a Mumia. If there's something baby, I say that no man, minimum Yakusia Sewa.
Stop the
minimum do Bruni. It's a Mumia in some age. Ya may Busane say. So what's the one we are papa why was the one we are that lumba? And I would defend no credit, Kovi. You would yank who you know. Auntie Akosio could have pan say, Osi oh that lumba no na me ware no kwajofosu na ware ante akosia kwajofosu budi wanka bi eti ante akosia no kure no kwajofosu mene kwaje bosia ema no be ho ahwan better kwajo na bosia no woje na no tuai budi kwajofosu no kure de nte so otuai osu wantua odobro ni so se na lumba no kura no mehia no na wohwehwan na jonku nyina atutu ana me fa super good so ye na me dini si ho na me hwe no wo kwajo na sa na net budi etika asam no woni funu asam na eka de edikan de toso ye fu yonko ye nyina ye nye ne mom ye fa yonko se de be ya won power de jaso etika wo ye papa wa na se wonu ne dad lumba mpani ampa na odo no a enam dad lumba so na anim akoso se wa nam dad lumba so na anim odobroni eti penimfo se besepa ni ko nyina haban ye tase ne banyansa wo tika asam na ko ye no ye kwajofo so wonye ewiase nyina kwajo ye bonsam no a na nso wo fa wa amfo se de be yi a wo kina be kata na de jaso eti ante ko se wa ware no no ko ye hia wo papa shi no aba be ka kire papa wa no ye ba lumba no abie ne no kan ne nyumu amiete even the last statement fa na yira kosua se wa ho ono ahwe ebuo ni odo se me yira kosua se wa onye sada o ne mere yo na nso bu ne yire no etika unu ya no busa ho kwashin se kojo fo so dia no akofa be kojo fo so ware anje akosua se wa menim pefe so woni odo broni atena emfie bebra wo man so amaba ko wu etinkola ni nyina be ma wo mo etika we no besepa ni ko nyina haban ese de ye ware no de ya ware no unua no na akofa aba tubu nkotoye no apa anje akosua besira wate acho wate besira wat na kwadwo ehu akwadwo wonye bonsa bia nche no so watena wo mfia duasa mansi adisi enu ense ehwe wate na ye dia wasem ne ka de emramu no kovi ye obibi a friend nemo that called non habet you cannot give what you don't have eti anti abu ye dad lumba edan ye see ne tantra de wo Germany de wo ayi Isligo ba bia no anti abu hwe wo mu chefa eti emra ne mma kwan se obetimi di ni nyina mo odoburoni ti anja kusia mesiro nya abota wati ni ensi akoyi bonsa we no onko na bi wa fru do bro do mesiro wa ni die bi esefata anja kusia munya din ni anya ne sa why paucho why no ni e se wuyi nua e se wunua no na akofa ni mienu nyina aba ayo ya ne manu e wo do bro ni ho no tu wi abetimi no mo afase wo mane wo mu ana papa wa besepa ni ko nyina haban na no na wo ba no wa boy dwaman kovi emra no so wo ba ne boy dwaman ya yekuno Yesu Kristo ya disem ni di wo si ni trase wo hyase so wo tworo wo di nyanse to de emra na ka ho stop it boss di wonye bone da want to boy nyasa wo ba ne nam so mo be ye Mary Magdalene onwa de se wunua no obi na asem se ya ba ye katana deja so ye katana deja na deja so
exactly
oh in the name of me fight for the kure na ye nya abusuapani de nkasa bi mu di abusuapani a enya politics no wakase win or lose abusuapani no de nioma for the sake of unity of the family and coherence di exactly matter ya die na bi ya busuapani bi enya no emma ba bi a ye numba ye abusuapani ni so wo launch to park movement na ko na busua betre TV so wo finisim wo yinisim na de no busuapani o kame wo ye nka busuapani die esi akire no ano media ne ba monko wate na we ofisem ye behwe ni nyina ka na busuapani no afro akosia mase asokonofo ye benkonofo mese wate enwu na dimu aso enya court nsem bi ameka na de e de am de ama ho abusuapani nyansa ne sa no kasa no much ye gu papa ye ni mu asise oy de dem fighting for no kure na se ni nua ba ne wo akosua brempoma na lumba and na se ne mo madia ade a waye onua bema no nyame twedi ampo bebusa
fire.
tie ni
Fire.
esi ade a wo akosu abrempoma ade waye no nyame twedi ampo ebebusa
Sa
Pepe.
you know asam na reho ho
oyini
na yetimi atena ho yesi all in the name of fighting for no crew agu papa yeni mu ase ne so bonsam ebi ma wia seda
wow
there should be wo free
Fire.
the wo tio ni enya odobroni won say wodolumba eboroso ya court wadi nkunim nti wati fefie ne am ye de ayi champagne so ye de champagne go so for there be
Fire.
ye de champagne go so for there be ya
Pisa no
ni enya so akosi anu no so abetina team legal wife for enya me don was hey Maya, me ni hwe ka kire mu waje monyere mo ho monyere mo ho waje team legal fo monyere mo ho
Fire.
odobro ni monyere mo ho aja ni nti mon se papa ne din na akosu am hu se ayi enam se ne mane se omummuwa no woni bi aja amane muwa wo because unu nya asem a emfa wo ma ho se na lumba wo problem a emfa wo ma ne ho the mistake that we make mo ye say se mo ne be ma nya asem a automatically mo pese mo ne frank kola ni nyina adai enti kola ni be busa question say enti ye papa no lumba anti akosho wanti yemfu ani anto say ye din be say enti asem go be kurakura enti na wo ne bo fu no demo mesena kola no mo ma me wo ye ni papa adamfo bonni enti na koto enyetri
Fire.
nkumudie hunu na wanya futu papa nti ni no so wanya futu papa nti Maya de nyame twedi ampo nhira mu nyina no wafa ya poku wafa se nyansani wafa se ni petitre se yewu ni aso wafa ya poku free court na wo him handkerchief hallelujah hallelujah for dear bay mo Maya no ya da mo se Maya de nipa de 20 years I built something for himself that the Maya de no a woni no kan ni ka ma ne ko ese lumba ne ko oye kwase ampani che wiase ni panyina da na se obi ye kwase ampani no ti se lumba de ne me pese me ye kwase ampani
stop
ka na lumba no ba e wode ne nsa aye adwuma da hey 30 something years and I do the show mu sore tworo nyom na release back hit e ya asem gedwa ya ka ya se mano chezi yetimi ka ma no go ese se mano ni hodi yanka lumba no kwahwe ba bia ansa no wa bot krawate medisi no na mo ne be ma ni ye bibi na mo boa ne ma ni ye bibi a aya mo kasa ma ne koye se asa mo no bu a obi we helped him to build it okay so mo no amobu a no ma ne build ye no mo se mo de mo ya ade na the building you kasa do ye kwase ampani ani nti ekwo no busu amoya ade ye de mo ase ye de ampo nhira mo de mo ye me kraya but mo ya ade me se me nhira ma mo wate mo for mo
Fire. Fire.
Now on the issue of Ubake niga gamanche we very quick one listen Nyina nkran ni nyina kiete ye besua ye pepa so obese o culture na it shouldn't go extinct Bruni kasa language is a soft power it is a soft power you cannot use hard military approach abrasive approach to be able to let people like your language
precisely
it is a gamanche mirror so why do you yourself nkran yira kachira menua no monkran force enye wo mo ni mu sante fo ko ye na ba mi ehunu nkran kasa na no gamanche mba besra wo o ye ohwe manim di na ase ka de kokosua nkran yesa koko suankra na ochina wobeba hanani aba be din komo bi enkomo ani me di yeni ampa se de oba a je me free one am koye menta o maka eliaka menta o maka ebuaka kan sisi amatwa bo mishia e de tia se de wona me ka ho ase na ye amakono it is a mo pese mo hunu se be preduase o obi be sua na onsua eno an se obeda da sa to be my money mai bi yankran fo mai bi ware and I am back to language the amount broni kasa kwachire because it was a source of merchandise. Yeah, the digwa.
Exactly.
As I before kasa kwachire because we are before. Because I come despite to buy and will be a radio station one cry. Clearly, there are ways and means how to media year media promote or language. Ya tena kurom ha mo matimi agya ma mo nkra anyumtofo nyina career wu adani best ayi so ola mo jate bi yole me kan ba me ntia ba me to there's some in your liake ina mo kofito o bosu me de ba me ntia because it's a soft power etiniga wadaruma eba en man kabi language is soft sa abrasive approach na mo dey and munyi akwa ba mfiri ho ye yi akwa ba free ho na nkrofo asase ya kan gran na de be ya
be said you more
and again nigga I'm respectfully mesrew se mo ko en mo welcome wo hobroni de mo bu amfu mo nua no mo tie kire ha ya akwa aba na ebo ho na mo adwa we are sad here. The people who shun away from Adia na person, you know. Mesrewa, as I person me I am willing to help. Then so we must not be abrasive with our approach. Soft power. Why? Because why? Go for young people to life young call reality in specific issues. Now, Papa into before that, you know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Bobby, Jenna. Okay. Papa, your friend of Sam George, Sam Jata, if I were Jata or your okra. Now you are appointed Minister of Communication, the State of the Nation address. First person I address the issue. Yes, Sam Jata. So okra, said Sam George.
Okra George.
Now you are appointed as a Minister of Communication. For 8 months, Govi, and some private company and the boy ni would 6 months to 8 months. Montemo prices so, Yante so, prices so, Menoka says some George so buy and they are appointing getting to 1 year a dear na why. In any case. Some judges what Tiasiasa Ghana is a free market economy and Otiasiasa. And the free market economy. It is driven by demand and supply. It may a private company and your friend DSTV and a DSTV no me price BGC. Your course you if you are where demand is higher than supply, then automatically prices will go up. Minister of State. Now, say when we say there is a monopoly be somewhere, DSTV is enjoying monopoly. Instead of being able to say a market competition, you are there thinking of price setting. What is price setting? You don't even understand your job.
Precisely.
Constitutional mandate. You do not even understand it. Your as a young minister, you do not even understand it.
Exactly.
It's a private pay TV service. Oba Bedru a America. Omu Hulu. Omu a Netflix. Omu Amazon. Omu Debe. Also subscribe to Wena Senor da. Omu Bordia. Oh, the next one. HBO near the now the next one. It is where you minister of state. That's Waba. What's your policy for data? What do? You create a policy and the market competition. To strengthen the regulation, the existing regulations, and the market competition, Beba. who expand the market access, who build the travelator. Who you not go Africa Kofi or say, Kofi or say, Kofi Bra. But when I say DSTV for what you now GTV, you want to say ABC and D. It's Mumbra. Now you mere Mumamana money, a DSTV compete. Minister of Adanic machoism. Private institution to be. So be a private institution. One minister now got was in front of Boye.
Fire.
The policy framework Ben a woman minister no what the two akwemo. Say bet me a break is DSTV monopoly no. I really way why is the policy paper? Why is the regulatory framework? Why is the so be attracting alternative people? And DSTV one matches all over the world. In America, but this is not going into the minds, not concert, drama. Concert, drama, theatrics. Shifting the attention of the people from the real issue. Sam George. Yenje Sam George.
The Home Minister.
Yenje Sam George.
More fire.
You currently pay 59 Ghana cedis. When you pay 59 Ghana cedis, you get upgraded automatically to Access, which is valued at 99 Ghana cedis, and you get 35 more channels. This represents a 40% savings if you were to pay for the Access yourself. Second bouquet, Access, currently going at 99 Ghana cedi. If you retain your Access bouquet at 99 Ghana cedi, MultiChoice will bump you up to the family bouquet, which is currently priced at 190 Ghana cedis. You get 19 more channels, which means that if you were to stay on Access and get bumped up, for the value you get, you make a savings of 48%. If you're on the family package, which is currently valued at 190 Ghana cedis, DSTV will automatically bump you up to Compact, which ordinarily goes for 380 Ghana cedis. You get 22 more channels and actually get access
such a shameful behavior and character. Minister of State and anyone done it for a private individual, but Minister of State, and there were no done it a PRO, announce prices over here, and a month for the okay. So after 3 months, prices, what next? Policy now when they buy, a day. Now, in any case, DSTV, COVID a necessity and that's luxury. Like a minister there, you don't buy them. You way in such a way, say, dear, a necessity. No, now, maybe the minister who told the idea only DSTV for Antoquano, State of the Nation address, if I'm home. Wow, 8 months, Edge Yebre. Some George, 8 months, Edge Yebre. The simple question we are asking some George is, Oba for the past 8 months, again, why?
More fire. More fire.
More
fire.
Nah, a Compact Plus customer like you, 570 tomorrow. If you want to watch your Compact Plus, you save 190 Ghana cedi tomorrow by paying 380 and still watching your Compact Plus.
Well,
this cannot be said to be the same.
Based on what you said yesterday,
yes.
Tomorrow, in my case,
yes,
I still will pay 570
because you want to pay 570 and watch premium.
Price reduction. I still will pay 570.
No. What do you want to watch? Do you want to watch your Compact Plus or Premium?
I want my Compact Plus.
Then you don't need to pay 570. You need to pay 380. You need to drop and save yourself 190. You save yourself 190 Ghana cedi, pay 380, and you will still watch Compact Plus.
Compact Plus is still 570. Is it not?
The content is worth 570.
Compact Plus is still 570.
The content is worth 570.
Compact
it's
Plus
being offered to you at 380.
Compact Plus is still 570.
The arrogance with which machoism be challenge. He has no clue what it means to say a minister.
Never.
The beyond he has no clue what it takes to be a minister. Minister, the only minister you want to say.
There be one number.
We have some George and tour. Now, young state of the nation. 24-hour economy, no. I day. 24-hour economy, no. I day. Bobby. Yeah, 24-hour economy. Yet, Chroma say na 24-hour economy. But two I'm catching them say, "What policy in the framework be any o?"
Nabi.
Name mo na man for ni pipi. Na okay, how to win elections. Akwentu 0. Etworo koma ani nua mako 0. E wo room. Time wana mako 0. Epe tumi. E wo room. Emperor. Okatakyie say promise the people so hard because people get disappointed when you don't promise them than when you are not able to deliver the promise. Will you be ready? How by we are speaking to issues and educating you. Marcus 0, Ninia Quintus 0, Chro Krata command, time and no emperor of Rome. No, Okatakyie say. One of the things you must do is that you should promise the people so hard because people get disappointed when you don't promise them than when you are not able to deliver the promise. It's not your man 24-hour economy. 1 year down the lane, what is the state of 24-hour economy?
No fire.
This is the 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe Didi. Ezu. Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions for extraordinary results. And so businesses and public organizations will be encouraged to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. This will boost production, it will increase employment and provide well-paying jobs. It will transform Ghana into an import substitution and export-led country. It will increase employment opportunities and revenue, and it will enhance access to public services. We will focus on some selected public institutions that have huge customer traffic. For instance, the ports and harbors should be open 24/7. That means we have to employ more workers at the port. We have to employ more customs officers, more Gapoha workers, more forklift operators and all that. We need customs. Customs should work 24/7. 3 shifts.
Mr. President, 1 year on, Akufo-Addo buy in the first year, 2017. The first year now, annual or launching the flagship program, free SHS.
Precisely.
1 year down the lane. Which sectors are operating the 24-hour economy? What are the measurable outcomes as it stands now? Mr. President, we want to know. Why is it 24-hour economy? Oba, your nurses for 1 year. What is the status of job creation under the 24-hour economy? Samejamfi, ewo here 24-hour economy no. Ewo here fa. What is the status? What percentage is our policy way say a major employment engine? How many jobs have been created? Which industries have adopted the 3 shift? 1 job, 3 shift, 3 jobs. Ewo here clock on the way. Data 133 go be data 24-hour economy away man for the city bu kata data 24-hour economy citizens in person wo mu na 1 year at a concert man for the nneoma no ase wo mo di ti ho ye the boxing the amfa near the Shatawali na lumba die ba ye boa lumba die setere mam se yanka we na concert nko salary arrears of nurses, doctors, teachers kula muntimintua and I don't know as agoya kutubunku ya otega ate wasi ye tua teachers ka the several moms of see ntua omuka no ye tua omuka ntia mo ye nsem ban no it's crazy to say end Edigovi clearly a frakadam 24-hour economy no the state of the nation you know actually say 24-hour economy be anyhow same ayi gold board so
would love to do that but if you are not and that is where John Mohammed's 24-hour economy comes in as a deliberate government intervention to encourage that person and make it easy for him. Enti yet it was no. Ni think Kenya boso. Yeah, the idea be by friend of time of use tariff. Emra will be use Kenya na betchre boa will be tria. It will use Kenya no. Emra ni pardon will use Kenya na your friend.
Ononkwa. Sameja mfi nkwa ne said usika in Kenya.
In Kenya.
In Kenya no in time of use tariff for said no away.
Active.
Samejamfi away. How many companies necessary at the time of use tariff for said in Kenya no? How many companies? Frakadam. And the people are not interested in these particular things. They are distracted. A lot of things distract them. The state of the economy, the 24-hour economy, Wadaruma, Ghana was told, Ghanaians were told we should expect major economic shift 1 year down the lane. 24-hour and coming in.
President John Dramani, please, we are on our knees. Some of us worked for the party. Look, these are our party cards. This is my party card. This is my paying card. This is where I pay my dues. Look at this one. Look at this one. You see, so it is not politically motivated. This is my party constitution. It is not by NDC MPP. Please, the youth have worked and must be paid. Teachers must be given clearance. Those who are in the house, they should be given clearance to work. You see, Ghana, we don't respect teachers. It is teachers who make every profession. So now, why are you making it look as if we should regret why we chose this profession? All of us cannot be at the presidency. All of us cannot be at the ministries. All of us cannot be doing any other work. Some must definitely teach. And so if you have chosen this profession, and this is how Ghana is treating us, if you don't get teachers to work, if you don't get teachers to teach our words, what will the country, how will the country be? How will it be?
If you don't get teachers to teach our words, kope baby for that. Now buying what other 24-hour economy.
That one.
So the state of the state of the nation address here, the Ecoso. Money me bring your butchery. Kovi ati kwama say ana omode ayibaye
6 cases that we have reviewed in detail. If we are successful in recoveries, we can retrieve as much as 20.49 billion United States dollars. 20.49 billion United States dollars. 36 cases, and that's from National Cathedral, PDS, MS, SML. You have the GMPC Salt Pond decommissioning.
Okujatu, 21 billion away.
Man.
21 billion. 1 year down the lane. Ora me pamucho madaroma 21 billion ewahi.
Bisa more.
Major campaign promise some be retrieve corruption. They say Attorney General, and no media general, and media general. They say medium no ba. You be a court at all. Attorney General's uncle court. Hey, ya media ni ba. Now Attorney General no. They say moment nko media general for headquarters. Cause me need the oil. Now the I am can ask him because of the respect I have for the deputy. Justice Remsai. Precisely. And then you better than two. You better bound for no time. The government will say, what is the commitment of ORA? And dear now, but what you do says he can't what you saying. Court on sense.
Fire.
Yenti Okujatu. Yanko Suntino.
And we decided that in this open session we will not go into greater detail. That there's a great deal of resources belonging to the taxpayers that can be retrieved. Then we've also done an estimate of the state capture, the lands. If we successfully ask people to pay conservative market value for the lands they have looted, again, the experts are telling us that we can recover about 702.8 million United States dollars. For the Ghanaian people.
708 million. Sign a motimiaji. No catch it. Ora, hey, yede ayi akwaya wakasa lawyer yakase. Your friend is Martin Pebu. Ora, we go after them. Ora, akwaya day. 1 year down the lane, state of the nation. What is the true state of ORA? What have they been able to achieve?
Ask them.
ORA, no, what is the true state of ORA? True state of the nation address. We will keep on advising. Affiliate to concert any president mama waje fans ni we are humble but okay we are humble in a concert no kata the real issues so I am not part of it. You watch the called the true state of the nation. True state of the nation.
Those who were paying 42,000 cedis, 120,000 cedis, 160,000 cedis to pay the fair market value. Those are lands that $500,000, $600,000, you will even struggle to get cantonments land at that figure. So very conservative estimates. We take the view that if people are asked to pay the real market value, this is how much we can retrieve. So in all, just a summary, the 36 cases, the high amount cases that we put together, and then the land loot, potentially we can raise about 21.19 billion United States dollars. And that is far more than what we have been chasing the IMF for. We have also saved large portions of the agric mechanization lands at cantonments. Those of you who are conversant with that land opposite the Elwak Sports Stadium, all of it had been allocated. The documentation we have is that all of that land has been sold. And the sad part is that you will see from the report, some people prime cantonments land paid as low as 42,000 cedis. 42,000 cedis for a plot of land. some 160,000 cedis. And these are government officials, MPs, ministers of state. So,
Gobi, General.
Bisan warning.
Me of a campo, me of a menya me who say wo frɛ na me wi a me frɛ. Why? Me frɛ ni edi ma me akuso sa wa onkomo. Why? Ni ade nyina. Go fie. Na ye free ora ne ho no a. Ye ti kromo asei. Ana rantie bi e frɛ ni japa. Oni ne nkrofo hyehyɛ kambu.
The
national security has made a massive bust, seizing a large unspecified amount of US dollars and Ghana cedis, including other counterfeits, hidden in 12 20-footer shipping containers. The containers were tracked to a warehouse at Sappiman in Ega West municipality, where a special operation was conducted after a tip-off. The cleverly concealed currencies, mostly bundles of US dollars, was found in wooden boxes filled with cement. Other boxes opened in the warehouse during the operation revealed extra currencies stashed in boxes that are barricaded with plywood and concealed with charcoal. According to the national security operatives involved in the operation, 2 containers
the state of the nation, Japa. Gold Gold na muko any sika dollars na muko ewo he. We want to know the truth of the nation. Ewo he. It's a muko nya gold. Na ebesi ne ya hunu ba bi e fire dia. And it means more as gold than the dollars no. Because the people must know. The people must know. For several months, 1 year down the lane, the question that is louder, that needs answers. Where is the gold? Where is gold bond? Gold bond fire. What you claim to say, Masami Jamfiba Kachira, you say? Watch it, oh, my because of course, I'm Jamfia, so me uncle, where's ECG? Jinapo, Sabu Jinapo, Sawayo, Kachira, you say, over 2,000 something. Even state of the nations are containers when away. What is the question? What is the status of a container away? Them. It's Mount Fon and Tinio Manwasi. Why the state of the nation addressing the neighbor? I go for Yet he has said, Gold board may be making losses. So Gold board may can want some kind of and it is coming out. Gold board is making losses. Now you have information. Fire. Oh, you want fire. Gold board is making losses. The true state of the nation. You free message ECG containers in 2,637 and were here for expose them. Gobi, Omon can correct. Na man for yes. There's a year, you see you here, ewa he. $1 you quote in Opokuas and ewa he. The state of the nation. Obiana fire. Yebusasa Obiawia. No fire. Yes, Uncle.
Meanwhile, a manhunt is underway for 4 suspects, including a ringleader known only as Alaji. The warehouse yielded even more shocking discoveries, including boxes of metals suspected to be gold bars. counterfeit notes in 50 and 100 cedis denominations, and fake Ghana Army uniforms and boots.
It's the state of the nation, you know. Ogwako, baby, I have a bit, no. A tro near the booming.
Sir?
You know, well, you're sorry for your some John, you are oral, the state, national security, new gold board, and some a tro mudi booming. Now, I feel you can't 24-hour economy. My main question two major topics are going to be very important topic. Attorney General, the press conference, why Oforiata. Say you are not an honest person to the people when it comes to this very matter.
Never.
Attorney General Eba Bekan say me, second Oforiata, and one high lawyers for CM fighting man. You know, Attorney General, no question. Second of Oyata fight, high lawyers in the bay.
Pisano.
Or high lawyers in the Somonia day. Because a extradition beyond Statea can Oyata to me high lawyers on Goyere.
Never.
It's a question about Attorney General. Attorney General. The Bena can Oyata a high lawyers. Now also file a Ujina Okasai for several hours. When to me for one single evidence, I must say, Silta your filing your filing or federal district way. South federal district way your filing your govi. Now Silta no many Judge in a tissue. When to me for BBC. One for BBS, young Kansi. It's a total general question. I said, so far can Oforiata. Over here. Uncle Mobia Kosuahu. Mama Minika Cranchremo. Go for you. John Mahama campaign team say. They say Yaba Tuabano. The last $20 million are Omunya free here. Monty de make a ye. Monty de ye. Before question me busa na fa momo ho. Musa John Mahama ban say the last $20 million are on the year in the campaign onya free here. You busa question. John Mahama mo ya beto aba na John Mahama was you're very fluid. Now opposition always can say kurade na eye nwanwa. It means that. Idea wo mu ye nyina points to the fact say it looks like obi impese idea no ye be chicken Oforiata na mo the manfo no adwene edi agro and metchel the enti fire yanko ne yanko hwe Attorney General.
Principle of reciprocity applies, okay, and I would have been very happy to hand over Abutrika as I have done, okay, and then get Oforiata quickly in return, all right. But usually, the extradition proceedings take place in a court of competent jurisdiction.
Okay. Hold on.
Abutrika as I have done.
Hold on. Attorney General, Jinaso na yemusa question. Kovi. Mama mi general question. Or you see why they say usually the extradition process is not started in a competent court of federal jurisdiction. Oba meremu agovi. Ubisa lawyer ni bia say what is the most principal law here pass obi huna. And they say say wusua mani nyina wie na wonnim jurisdiction of the court a wasua gukwa. It says over file case. Na case no woni made mani kosisen. Wa bene mani kosisen. Na on the call the wrong court wa de ayeye nyina no. Bronisi o say enkase. Okasa no say extradition process it starts at the competent court of the federal jurisdiction. Tienio. Meanwhile, federal jurisdiction chrono one fa anto. One tibi anka nkyere say obedu United States here. Federal District Court war a year United States here a year 92. Uko do New York, for instance. Federal District Court in 3 over New York. Your forum and venue selection. Sorry, I said my filing case. You cannot fight an extradition that does not exist. If it's an American from Extradition Act of 1960, Section 7, the ECA, United States, was file a federal questioning, file in a way. Now,
to take a moment to announce that I have formally transmitted the request for the extradition quickly in return. All right. But usually, the extradition proceedings take place in a court of competent jurisdiction. In our case, that is the district court. All right. In the U.S., it will also be the federal district court. Now, mind you, the person who is the subject matter of extradition will fight it in court. Okay, so the American authorities won't just take my request and say, here you are, here is Ken Oforiatta, and then here is, his other accomplished, and you take them, and then they can face trial. It will have to go through court proceedings in the U.S., all right? And I just got to know, that he has hired some of the top, yesterday, I got to know that he has hired some of the top lawyers in the United States of America, very experienced lawyers to, defend him. Now, I'm not afraid at all, all right? I am not afraid at all. But it means that there's going to be a fight in the federal courts in the U.S.
Attorney General, I am so sorry. You were a noble gentleman. Why are you deceiving the Ghanaian people? The Ken Oforiatta has hired some top lawyers. So first of all, extradition process, to challenge an extradition, there must first be a formal request from Ghana. Later, the timelines and data or the extradition procedure, you can clearly tell us a time like Ken Oforiatta and lawyers, and Ken Oforiatta can appeal to the circuit court. So go through almost state court and more federal court. Or more your friend is federal district court, circuit court, and for United States Supreme Court. Now go you can say extradition. Say federal district court or magistrate naswa. They all you have to say will issue extradition certificate. TNU by every extradition a year, section 1. I say a requisition for a surrender of a fugitive criminal of any country who is suspected of being in Ghana shall be made by the minister by a diplomatic representative or consular office for that country. The minister by order signified to a district magistrate that the requisition has been made and require him to issue this warrant for apprehension. Now, sir, extradition process will be the same reciprocity. Or was reciprocity. Reciprocity, they say, said the towards extradition process. Sana US so any delay. So Ghana, extradition act of 1960, section 7. Or says, who extradite to be. Obiaba be di bone. Over see a channel de ko the NCA di kan ye say nipa ni kromu ne diplomatic senka ye okuje to ablakwa ebe file abase Ghana for mo hwe nipa na mame. So US is almost the same. Extradition process is almost the same. Now you ready we say US for tie gowi ebe now obedu ha 18 United States Code section 3184. Or say whenever there is a treaty or convention for extradition between United States and any other foreign government, any justice or judge of the United States or any magistrate authorized. The key word here is authorized. So you cannot just sit down and allow any judge at all, any magistrate at all, to sit on an extradition process. General Tienier. So Attorney General Babeka Chere say, ya file Kenoforiata high lawyers for na a lawyer for no more top class. They are fighting the extradition. It's a lie, palpable. Because first of all, you must tell us where Oforiata is. Because you can't just wake up and come and serve a year extradition process anywhere. It must be at the right a year federal district court. Federal district court, you know, so baby, a dipana or reno otie. Eti Attorney General for Oforiata address na wunimuno of Ambrey. Eti Attorney General do Oforiata address in Breya. Near one so Oforiata to California, Oforiata to New York, Oforiata to New Jersey. It is our federal district court in the one New Jersey, no. And one year file federal. Now many inquiries are the court in ready. So no suit. Oh my! So the idea that somebody is fighting extradition is not true. You're ready. A year section 18. You're ready. I say, may upon complaint made under oath issue warrant for the apprehension. Our social media. Govi, Mona Montia, no problem. Attorney General is lying to the people. They've said no U.S. court is hearing any extradition case. Maybe extradition case in Omoyen, Ewahi. Attorney General, Dominic Ayini, why are you lying to the people? Seminoka saying, Federal District Court to obey and our file extradition process against Ken Oforiata, because you can't just wake up and file extradition process anywhere at all. So why is it? Now, Yenti Attorney General.
Former Finance Minister Ken Oforiata and his chef de cabinet, Mr. Ernest Dako Akore. You will recall that the Office of the Special Prosecutor investigated acts of corruption and corruption-related offenses by the former Finance Minister and his accomplices, and proceeded to file charges in the High Court of Justice against them. On November 19th, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Oforiata and Ernest Dako Akore from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request required clarification and enhancements to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements. We communicated these observations to the Office of the Special Prosecutor via a letter dated 25th November 2025 and requested supplementary documentation to ensure completeness. On December 9th, 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided a requested additional documentation and addressed the observations.
So by December 9th, and I am not say 22nd. So at what point in our filing extradition
that we raised, thereby finalizing the extradition request packages. Subsequently, on December 10, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States.
So the Department of Justice of the United States, so clearly you understand that a Department of Justice of the United States, eventually issue a arrest warrant. So how did you manage to tell the Ghanaian people, say, Ken Oforiata hire a lawyer for, so among fighting the extradition process, because you're ready, sir, you're ready. You're ready now. I say if on such a hearing he deems fit, here we are talking about judge now, but national. He deems fit the evidence sufficient to sustain the charge under the provisions of the proper treaty or convention, he shall certify the same to the Secretary of State that a warrant may issue for the surrender of such a person. It's Attorney General, our lawyer Ninim said, a banner extradition and your final decision of a court. So if extradition is just issuance of certificate, how did you manage to say that it is appealable? Because per section 3184 of United States Code, no, extradition is appealable. The only time a decision is appealable at the court is when that decision is a final binding judgment of a court. In some instances, when your lawyer when him say even temporary restraining orders and injunctions near the Quran and yet appealable at the court. How much more a certificate, magistrate, and a judge neighbor issue, and a wood try and torture Ghana for one say. Can Oforiata high top lawyers are they air fighting?
At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial. And because the matters have already been filed, and because they have been filed by the Office of the Special
Filed where? Which court? Which judge? When was the hearing done? Filed where? Extradition cannot be filed at any just U.S. district court. Yes, I mean, you should give the people credit them with some intelligence. Eti Kenoforiata ne address otehe. Kenoforiata ne address no otehe. And I'm file a federal court. Now there is no appeal, no second hearing. If it's a judge, no, your magistrate court, no. Onye determines yes, he extradite Abu Treka. It's a certificate to be released in the Nako. But we try to watch the man for and say, Kenoforiata will be fighting, going to the circuit. When your market is some Kenoforiata. And maybe some question said $20 million now Modi mo campaign last minute and away. $20 million away. Na ya chief Kenu. Woman chicken Kenoforiata no and China. Why do you see a chicken Kenoforiata is a lie? It's a lie. Yan chicken Kenoforiata nen China. So why gonna ayo say? You're ready a year. Okay. Sorry. I'm back to Ofancha message. I say Mr. X and Mr. Y. I feel no motion your name. Or come Mr. X, Mr. Y, so still I don't want EPP and your what's your two. Now, Yansha Adewi. When him say Adi Attorney General and Washada and war, you say Beya or best second of Uriata case, and make sure the India. Because as part of a year treaty conventions between a year United States, say o politicize Adi too much. A fugitive criminal shall not be surrendered if the offense in respect of which his surrender is requested is one of political character, or if it appears to the Court of National Liberation Council that the requisition of a surrender has in fact been made with a view to try or punish him for an offense of a political character. Tienio, eti adi Attorney General ya de bia no odi abegina media mu a or fight Kenoforiata onimpe fe se mrane kase se ye kase obi mra for extradition process. Na say any pan ye politicize adi any too much. United States will not give that person to you. So say, why are you lying to the people? I don't know which man for an intro. It's man for you. They are some opium. Or maybe say, you media money and diasem. Menoka said there is no extradition anywhere. Say, be what? Wadarma, Attorney General, yes, for extradition, court to crime file, Fabra Yenye. Why? Yenye. So it's a lie. No extradition. Bibia say anyhow. Attorney General ni chamotro. O chamotro.
Principle of reciprocity applies. Okay, and I would have been very happy to hand over Abutrika as I have done. Okay, and then get Oforiata quickly in return.
Now then, Abutrika, the one fighting case, from Supreme Court, from District Court to Abutrika, or decided and I'm going to call yes, sir. Now, it's me fighting extradition process up to a year Supreme Court level. So I believe that Abutrika would. So, Attorney General no kano correct. Munyina mudia. Now, last minute, Yamfa last state of the nation emra near we are yan so. Yati Kromo say Emma Ura John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama said Yatu Abama no 2016. In fact, open nipo ye lucky power we are here. John Mahama aye MP, Deputy Minister, Vice President, President. Anna the Nimugu asia 2016. Oda ne hono okobaye. Okobaye ne nyame ye na dom sa share in munyam. And this president be hono se enkrofobia shasie Yentie Mahama Ayariga. MP na wentimi nkoni kurubu no. Yentie Mahama Ayariga. Now Mahama Ayariga ese enam ejuma papa jo Mahama eboni nti. Ebetimi kura yemma jo Mahama nko tetem. Yentie.
But due to the very, very excellent performance so far of John Dramani Mahama, Ghanaians are asking him to seek a third term. I know that. I know that because I read on social media, I listen to conversations, and Ghanaians believe that as a result of the good deeds of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, they don't want him to leave the presidency.
They believe a third term is possible.
And they believe that a third term is possible. And they are demanding for a third term. But John Dramani Mahama has not given any indication that he wants to go for a third term. But I have always said that Ghanaians will be the ultimate deciders of the future of this country. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, why do I say that? Please pay attention. Why do I say that? Next doors in the Côte d'Ivoire, the opposition leaders came to me when I was in the ECOWAS Parliament and complained that the president there wanted to go for a third term. And they were calling on us in West Africa to support them, to oppose and prevent the president from going for a third term. So I asked them, the president who is seeking for a third term, is he going to put a ballot box in front of the citizens and ask them to vote?
This useless conversation being had by Mahama Ayariga. Any serious jurisdiction, Mahama Ayariga would have resigned as the majority leader of our parliament. Now, Ghana Parliament, over the quality of people who stand on the floor of Parliament to debate, they lack even the intellectual firepower to be able to debate on the floor of Parliament. And unfortunately, it's the truth. The likes of Victor Usumu Jina floor of Parliament, President Kufuor Jina floor of Parliament, J.H. Mensah Jina floor of Parliament, no more make it debate. They are making coherent analysis of issues. Look at Mahama Ayariga. Any serious country where majority leader of the party, any what the constitution says, and this is not about politics. We are sipping metro, we don't history. But only say no, Mr. Constitutional Review Commission for the Abase. My MPC ministers. There is historical antecedent to that. Me only say omodi abase yen changing from 4 years to 5 years. There is historical antecedent to that. And I'm saying Ghana for NTSCT. And the same thing is Anna Kwame Nkrumah time. You see, yeah. Kwame Nkrumah Obaye 1948 riot. Kwame Nkrumah ye pamo no ye chine kotu mu na Nyankopon ye na dom said your mama you go na nimu ase 2016. Nyankopon ye na dom etie ni sufre. Anna Kwame Nkrumah in 1951 or so, ye the election sessions will be ye UGCC for. Then onya nkrofo me sha ase keka nkwase asem kire no Kwame, you can do it. Kwame, the people love you. Kwame, go ahead. Now Kwame Nkrumah ye no yi Chief Justice Akukosa said your mama ba ye ono so yi Chief Justice ye tokono hwim kwase asem sa. Now Kwame wakofa Preventive Detention Act we use parliament na ye de man no. Majority parliament near the Kwame Nkrumah no. Now Kwame Nkrumah used to the same majority parliament no. Hey, Masasa Marano Preventive Detention Act. Don't forget, everything Kwame Nkrumah did was law. It was legal, but it weakened the institution. And one of your mama by your mufu eleno, yo, ye Chief Justice, no, you know, you have super majority. Kwame Nkrumah no super majority, super majority. It was 33 against 3 seats. So it was a super majority back in 1950. Say ya only near country trim. Now Kwame Nkrumah, Abe Gradia, we said your mama and catch ye easy. We Kwame Nkrumah do any issue. But you know use parliament super majority near the man no. And no pass him, they say grandma declare one party state. Said the name for a Jimmy for a catcher say constitution, you know, sister. Ewa bra, wo your mama when him the SC. The Entiana coup d'etat as a coso. Emma sa a republic way etimia survive is the hope that people think they will get the chance to choose their government every 8 years. Now what you say yes, it's a constitution, Mesa could be and President Mama Pa obetimia could be na de. Said your mama grace a many Ghana. A member no sorry Pamo Kwame Nkrumah. Tell me a Pamo Kwame Nkrumah no. Na question Saki on any nam a year. Ayi Hanover, ofri Hanover oko China. Kwesi Saki jane ho eba Ghana. Ebe saranda to the coup makers. Eti nipa na ben wonu ane be yiwa ma. Wodi e mo na da. Ba mama yalga wontimi nko ne kuro mo na da. Se wo betimi aye. Go betimi aye se yana ne ye Kwame Nkrumah. Sa na champon beji tumi. Champon je tumi ne mamanfo ne ko se da bi o pe union government. O na nkrofo ka chere champon betimi ayo. Chambo onu ane nkrofo general kufu mu de tu no. Eti mama ama yarga nya ni tiri koto se je mu amoa. Na wona da. Se obetimi ayo. The Ghanaian of yesteryears, the Ghanaian of 1966, the Ghanaian of 1972, the Ghanaian of 79, Ghana no way or the sotiasi. The entire yeja mama mu disanse mu no as politicians is because of the hope say enipa we were trying so anya we 8 years in your obekwa mo biaba. It's refreshing. As abeka say obeye ni legal. So obe mo biako. The article 66(2 Yenredi article 66(2 Kenye Oriana Nkrofobi imported nonsense into it. Say article 66(2 say consecutive terms. This is the written or the actual text of article 66(2. Article 66(2 is very clear. I say a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. You need any consecutive. You need any caveat be 2 terms, full stop. The president limit is entrenched. It will be anti-me mama country say ana constitution say 2 consecutive terms. And debe na fa he go say. Your mama me say microphone nada. So you say Ghana for a kawata. Odi amomonada oba afoforo na omoboje so John, you think you are doing what? You are not doing anything. The people just don't understand. Na mama yaga ya man tete said Sabia no muye against us our constitution we are surviving for the past 33 years. It's because of the hope of the people changing their government every 8 years. And a constitution is supreme than you John Dramani Mahama. Even if you decide to amend the constitution, you know, which there is a process because the constitution under article 290 The chapter 8 is an entrenched provision. So there are processes, a entrenched amendment. Even if the people decide to amend the constitution, which means say emaso. You ready? Article 291 says this article applies to amendment of the following provisions of this constitution, which are in this constitution referred to as entrenched provisions. As a chapter 8, the whole of chapter 8. So chapter 8, amendia. We hear say go through Council of State. We hear say o gazette. Na ye hwede obenya tumi so odi sansem kuno no. Memo papa be na joma ama ni bu a ye hu no bi da concert ne theatrics no. Enti ye besesa constitution amenako. Tie nyansa. Mr. President, tie now you read Article 1 to was a constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana. And any other law found to be inconsistent, no judicial interpretation shall save you. Now, you better find any means possible. Any means possible. And you defend it. Because Constitution under Article 3.4, you read what Article 3.4 says. All persons of Ghana shall have the right and duty at all times to defend this constitution, and in particular to resist any group of persons, any person or group of persons seeking to commit any of the acts referred to in clause 3. To hear what I'm saying about abrogating constitution, you know Ghana for your cowards, sir. Obviously, the laws were made for men. No problem. Said the laws were made for men. No, yes, so kwasi asem so. Ye benya bodamini a ochina wono so beba. Also, Adiana cry say yen free or 2 times and 3 times and one. You better about after every 20 years. You think you are the only people who are power hungry. You people. Tie the make any Mr. President. Say what you say you're more powerful. Unim nyansa, obi antimi nya ohia. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana for. Je wojefa hu die ma Ghana for pamono. Kwame Nkrumah, George fa hodie ma Ghana for pamono. Okotena Guinea no ko wi. Etu de mo na da wa John betimi aye sesa constitution. John betimi aye sesa mo na da. Na me be chiro pictures bi. So now you're more powerful, you're more intelligent, you're more handsome than Kwame Nkrumah can bet you. Mr. President, be careful. To me ba ye nyankwasiafo emo mutwa ahohia na enye no mo po wasemu omo pe ade no a omo die because of utumi no tie be dada na joma ama betimi ayo John, go ahead, amend the constitution. Kobio. Mr. President, Kwame Nkrumah, the best president Ghana ever had. Onye, after you two, no Guinea. Oma no mo dada na so wonye de wonye nyina no. Obi akura nkwango sena no. It is a president mama be kwaso aye de oye no a. Me kai wo se Kwame Nkrumah de two ni nie. Mr. President, dear two Kwame Nkrumah nie. So be kwaso aye de wo ye no a. To aso saa. Mr. President, enipa dada na wo ye de wo ye no a de two Kwame Nkrumah enie. Kwame Nkrumah na oje fa ahodie ma manfo no a. Na manfo ni bonisi no. It drew when West come to chef. Oyi say akoko sa said the obaye wayi a chief justice ayenka ho hwe no. You are weakening the institutions. Go ahead and do it. But mention us a picture we so. One sergeant Omayi, a friend Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor was a very powerful guy in Liberia. When power changed within a twinkle of an eye, this is Charles Taylor, a hunk of Guninsa. This is Charles Taylor, a hunk of Guninsa. It is a 2 make a club by 1 Ghana for body or 2 seconds. Mama Hama Yarigamo, Madanka Williams. And now they'll say you are above the law and you can change it and you go for dear bed. You will be shocked. What will you be met with? But dear Momona, they'll do a ceremony. You will be shocked what you'll be met with. And we shall defend this constitution with our blood. Some of us were not born to just become some lines or a page in somebody's history. We never was born to be like that. And we don't want anybody to give us an opportunity to write a whole chapter about us. You will face the fiercest resistance ever in the history of our republic. And I know Deputy Director of Operations at the presidency, your friend is Mustafa Bandi, or say MPP for the Bembri, a boy, and yet me winnie. Mustafa MPP for Bembri boy. You know why? Because San and Nipa Adasan is Subaitier. Adasan Subaine say, see the 2 million mouth, Julius Caesar. Enipa na omo ne call go akoko ntokwa Julius Caesar call go akoko ntokwa sa nipa na omo ba ye Brutus ne nasefo omo an de sekan wo no ewo eye Senate in the middle of Senate. Alexander the Great at the age of 23 years etimi conquer from Macedonia all the way to eye Persia. Eje sa kingdom akese nyina ono an nkrofo ne poison no. It is a winning to me said yet here. Sit down there and start doing the things you are doing. Near the constitution, and it will change the constitution. Go and change the constitution. Julius Dabra was president in Ibia. Pa. I see don't get here di pa. Or Moabe Boami the second war a Senate. Said you war Julius Caesar. Coincidentally, only Julius, but I could Julius Caesar, I could Julius Debra. It would be to us. Nemi anya o jamama 24-hour economy onya yensu yamane tete ora etro onya yensu yamane tete DS Stephen Tokwa with Sam George onya yensu yamane tete. Go ahead and do that, and you will see. Say to me, Kwame Nkrumah on question saki na ye the foreign affairs minister onene na call Hanover ye ku ni we ya no jana ho no ba Ghana. It is a wonim said you 2 meter. Tina honedi eti mo ye President Mahama 3rd term, President Mahama 4th term. Emma so china. Even if the Constitutional Review Commission for omo amendments na omo proposing omo ya, President Mahama came at the back on the back of this very constitution which gave him 2-term limit. So he can never become president again. Say yeah, amending one. It will not take a year retrospective effect. It will take a year effect from your next election. So whoever wins never cost 5 years. Go President Mahama dear. Well, we ting tong time. So ladies and gentlemen, the state of the nation is say Japa. God no go hunu and community for by you hunu gold no be a state of the nation is a gold board some jam for na ochiche wo no besi na ye hunu state of the nation is a ECG for and your man wo muka sa ayira containers ya ante ho asem biu. State of the nation is a Attorney General second ofurata beba ne beba china 1 year ni odi Attorney General no media mu court nso ya bie onko. State of the nation is a national security and your man ko chi ye bebre no ani ho. They are true, fracadam, and nada no mudi bumai. 24-hour economy away. And my baby catcher is a mope. Eti, Madam Munyana Masi. This is the maiden edition. We need Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah. Now, what we must understand is that clearly, a year. Your mama and me got 3rd term. But we be other also got 3rd term. I said, lie. I came to serve you guys. I am done. You let me a home break because Christmas in a mood, you know. But I can promise you that starting after the Christmas, you know, there won't be any break. Me buy any schools and say I need to settle in properly. I have settled in and I know I can be working from here. Eti me da munyina mwasi and I know obi si America there Obana yes ya. Echere se ubebu mi ameti ha metimi yeshu da bia. System no banati no kre pa. System ni more down to the point say muhunu obi anso da bia wo sore no betina Monday to Monday be ye kwase ani aboa. Say nipa no oni dwuma bia de wo ye useless pa. If say system we wotim na da bia wo hye ba bi ye kwase ani aboa na wo mpe bibi nya. Wo ye useless. Eda mo nyina mase ye be hye bio. Mo ma bai. Etuankas. Every years was this amazing Nabia. Now what makes it Nabia for free? Nabia.